dyno or a dynamic warm-up. So the old school kind of way of doing things, you know, whether it be in baseball or something else, they send them all out for a jog to center field. You know, they kind of make a big circle and they stand around and stretch. You know, they scratch their jock and maybe they're ready to play. This is a little bit different in terms of trying to keep their bodies moving, keep them active, stretch sort of along the way. Because they're donating their time today, I'm not going to make them go through the jog that we would do first. We would usually have them take a jog. You know, if we're on the third base side, they go up the line and go around out to touch the center field fence, and then they come on back, and we'd line them up on the third base or left field foul line, and that's where they would sort of start the following series of exercises. So fellas, why don't we just work off this white line here, and we'll start with that straight march where you're pulling your knee up to your chest and then alternate and with each step. So why don't you go ahead and just take it out to that next white line and come back for them. Okay, so this one, they're stretching obviously the muscles in the backs of their legs. It's supposed to be the hamstrings and the glutes. And so, in a real event, you know, we would do this probably for a minimum of 10 yards and anywhere up to 20, 25, sort of depending on the age athletes that you're working with. Shorter distance would be required for younger kids than for older ones. So guys, we'll switch to the one that does the muscle groups on the opposite side, and where you're pulling your foot back across your butt. Okay, so this one then is going to get the quads and the hip flexors. And there you can see they're not trying to get a rep in between each step necessarily. They're trying to keep moving at the same time. Obviously, we're not going at a strenuous pace here. Biggest thing for the little guys, if you're going to do something like this, they always want to run, right? They will get going too fast and they'll be tripping over themselves. We always tell them it's at a walking pace. These guys don't need necessarily a reminder for that, but some of your younger ones will. Next one is a lunge walk, guys. Next one would be a lunge walk. And you can see all four of these guys are working in a trunk twist down at the bottom of that. Just a couple of technique items around this. And you want to make sure that they're striding out far enough with that front leg so that they can get as close to a 90-degree angle as possible with that front knee. A lot of kids will not step out far enough, and you'll see the sort of big angle in their knee. It's real hard on your patellar tendon in the front, so you want to get that 90-degree angle as much as possible. Don't spend a lot of time then down at the bottom and give it a little trunk twist. Inside taps would be next, fellas. Hands out at 45. Next one, they're going to bring their foot across to touch their hand on the other side. Both this one and the next one are stretching their groin and hip muscles as you're kind of working in some of the core and pelvis here. Big key for this one, and some of them are doing it better than others. I'll save any criticism on specific individuals. They want to keep their hands in the same position they start and then bring their foot across to their hand. Some guys will try to bring the hand into the middle to kind of get the foot that sort of defeats the purpose. So you want to keep those hands out. Next one's the outside taps, guys. So keep the hands on the outside. And now we're going to bring the leg that's on the same side to the hand on the same side, thus getting the hip muscles out on one side. Obviously, no expectation that you remember all of these. This is all listed out in the coach's handbook that you either receive or will receive. So no need necessarily to remember everything I'm saying verbatim here exactly. So the next one then, guys, will go a little bit further because it's awkward otherwise, so we'll go a skip to the next white line that you cross up there. We'll start to pick up the pace a little bit with the last piece. And this one is a skip, and they're both trying to create elevation and forward movement with this. And then the next one will be karaoke. Why don't you guys face the coaches? And this one is called karaoke. As they go that way, why don't you guys just wait down there, guys? As they went that direction, the active leg was their left one, and that's the one that's coming across in the front, and then going back behind in the back. What you really want to have them do is exaggerate that lift up and go across. What you're really working on is those same sort of hip muscles that you're working anyway. Then when you come back and face the same direction, go ahead, guys. And this time the right leg will be the one that you see emphasizing a little bit more. I won't make them do this one either, but we would conclude our at least leg portion with then 3 sprints and let them do that at their own pace. You'll pick a distance that you want to go that's appropriate for your age level. At the high school level, we just go the distance of bases, 90 feet or 30 yards. A decent chunk of our practices are in the dome, So we've got the football yard lines that we can use pretty easily. If you have cones that are accessible to you, you can set them out since you'll be doing them in the outfield. We have them do a good hard sprint, return on a slow jog, let them go at their own pace, take a few seconds to kind of catch their breath, then they can go again, and they do that a total of 3 times. The last thing we do and the last thing we'll show them is just a little arm circle circuit here. As you can turn and face the coaches so that they can kind of see a little bit better what you're doing. Okay, so we'll start going forwards and we'll go real small to begin. I didn't know they'd be working out. That's what doing this. All right, go ahead and go to medium. So just kind of gradually getting a little bit bigger. And then go ahead and do the windmills. Go ahead and shake them out back and forth in front. All right, go ahead and give it 3 seconds of rest. We'll make them show you the second half, which is just going backwards. Okay, kind of the same progression. Start small, go to medium, go to bigger, let them shake them out. Okay, and that's kind of the extent of the arm circles. Not going to necessarily model it today because it would be a little bit of a time suck, and they're a little bit more intensive drills, and they only apply to a couple of the age groups here. But if you're a travel coach or a community coach of a 13 and up type of age group, if you're doing 13s and 14s especially, one thing that I would consider, if you have the resources through whether it's a team fund, the goodness of your heart, whatever it might be, bands are great for arms that are at that stage of the development. We use both the bands and an exercise sequence from a guy who's named Alan Jagger. He's kind of the, godsend of arm development for some corners of the baseball industry. He has his own products. They're called J-bands. He also has prescribed exercises on his website. We use an exercise series that he has. For example, it's Jagger, J-A-E-G-E-R. If you'd like more resources on that, feel free to reach out to me. But I do think that's a good idea to weave in some of that for your 13s and 14s, especially for their physical development. They're getting to the point where their shoulder muscles just get a little bit more vulnerable, and that's really what the band work is for, strengthening your rotator cuff, and so on and so forth, trying to help them fight a little bit of potential arm injury issues. We're never going to prevent all of those, but that's one way that we found to be beneficial. All right. So that's our warm-up sequence. We'll do that really at the beginning of practice every day, no matter what's coming next. What I'm going to have these guys do